new dairy in southwest Scotland where we're putting a double 16 rapid exit. See, sun is absolutely out and it is beautiful. You can see the Isle of Man way over there, just about. But we'll take you for a walk around the parlour. You can see it is all hands on deck. We're literally half an hour over when the cows should be milked, but that is the normal of having a new dairy starting up. So guys have done an absolute beautiful job here. Builders, electrical contractors, farmers themselves, they're very handy guys. So we've got chemical store over here needing a roller door. We'll have a window into it. Lovely double doors into the pit of the parlour. We'll be going in there in a minute. And then nice facade then for the bulk tank room and window. And then around the side, you can see here, concrete a little plinth right around it. Some people wouldn't bother doing that, but just leaves it easy to walk on. That's going to be for tractors and things. But on the outside, we've got a 20-ton bin, and then two 20,000 litre water storage tanks. One is the mains water coming in, which will basically fill up full. That'll be like the reserve for whenever you're milking. It'll also be there for extra power for the water pumps and things. And then the second one is from your plate cooler. So these guys are milking 300 cows twice a day. And yeah, you won't need 20,000, but whenever you're doing a new dairy, you might as well make it big enough to do everything. In through this room here is going to be a pasteurizing room. So we'll just bring it in here. I'll just let you have a look at that. So in through here, it's quite an open space at the minute. We've changed the milk lines and stuff, so we have a divert line in, and we can bring all the pasteurizing in here. So all the kit has to still go in here, milk taxis and small pasteurizer unit and stuff. Not for human consumption, but for calves. We go through then into the dairy. Loads of space in here as well. Sorry, it's a little bit messy. We've been calibrating things. So a big plate cooler, all stainless steel, milk sock 4-inch, and then milk sock holder. We have our Guardian plant washer, and then our milk wash vat sitting here. Everything done in stainless steel. All the plumbing work in stainless steel. A stainless steel water heater, and then bottom fill tank as well is, I believe, it wasn't me supplied it, but I think it's a 20,000 Lascarol. Good tanks, supplied them before. What size is it? 5.5, no, 4. So just serial number. Max loading on it is 25,000 litre. Beg your pardon, not 20,000, 25,000. So big tank will do everything that's needed. As we go on through then, in again, sorry, it's going to be a little bit congested in here, a bit messy, but you have a nice big chemical room. So, as I said, water pump setup, big pump for the full ring main of the farm. So this is doing everything. It's on a variable speed drive, and then we'll have this pump for the volume washers and things like that. Again, both in variable speed drives, and then you can see here there's a Northern Dairy scrubber system in, and you see their chemical. For us then, we put in compressed air teat spray pumps, and then again, Bomatic Haxi spray, and then this guy's chlorine free. So we have our Sanigard 1 detergent, our acid 3X, and then our sanitizer is paracetic acid. And this is all being pumped from the chemical room. And again, Stevie, the electrician, obviously has done the, as per usual, lovely job on the wiring. Everything neat and tidy, everything's got its own isolator, everything's all tested by these guys. Stevie's company is ATD Electrical Contractors, really good bunch of guys to deal with. So, as I said, this is walking into the parlour. Office and staff rooms. Receiver number 1. Receiver number 2. We have our steps out, both sides if we have to get up on the cow level, but everything at one level. So we've been testing things today as far as calibrating feeders, testing the milk meters, they're all counting and washing properly, and just making sure everything's washed out before we start milking. It's amazing how much stuff you can find in lines and auger systems. Whenever on the first wash we found bits of stainless steel cuttings, we found white PVC auger pipes, you name it, we find it. So we're getting there, we're close. But basically it's a collecting yard, cows will be walking up, this door will be shut, gate will be shut, cows on this side, cows on this side. When the old parlour's going away then, it'll allow access. So again, I'll just keep walking around. Cows will be walking in here and exiting through this side at the minute and down the collecting yard, or down the side of the collecting yard. we'll take you through a walk through the old parlour. So this was the old collecting yard for the cows, very small. Cows had to turn a 90-degree angle into the parlour. Again, very typical, having doors to shut off. Was never a big fan of this, bad for flies. And then obviously quite dark in here with the roof. Let's see if I can get a set of lights switched on, but fans, collecting area. Can't see anything at the minute, but I'll get up to the front and have a look. We'll take a walk in through the old parlour of what we're coming out of. So it's a double 11 gas coin highline. So kept really well for the age of it. It's done them well, to be fair. Bomatic bought gas coin in 2001, so we can still get all the spare parts for it and everything. But just moving into the new parlour, it's going to be a different world for them. See, quite a low ceiling where now we've got loads of light, and then the stall work. So again, we've got in-parlour feeding in this, but look at the amount of piping and everything hanging down here compared to their new setup. We're just walking down where the cows is. Again, they were in a herringbone. They wanted to go 90 degrees, so gets the cows turned around and has a dung tray then pointing towards them. Again, this was the collecting yard for the cows. It's quite small, and some of the things I hated, sliding doors and then a small doorway for the cows to come in, and then you have to do this to stop flies getting gathered up in here because there's no airflow. So as we go into the parlour, again, highline, you have all the automation. So again, it all still works and it's doing its purpose for them, but it's going to be a different level going into the new parlour. Nice light, extreme clusters in the new parlour, where the old 300C was a heavier claw on these. And then the cows obviously would have had to have exited out to the right here. And away this way. So what we're doing here is putting up a temporary area for the cows to walk out, and that's what we're doing now just before we get everything done and dusted. Some of the things we've had to do, and it wasn't me, it was all the farmer. This is the old parlour here, and we've built the new shed over the old parlour, but we've had to keep the milking. So move the vacuum pumps out to here, temporary lines in, and it is a credit to them because this is really well done. So everything is hung up, so it's cheap, cheerful, but has a purpose. So see down here, they had the Northern Dairy scrubber in the old parlour. They had their compressor, their chemicals as well. And then as you walk down, bulk tank. But you know, as far as trying to keep things as close as what they can while they're building, sheeted off the area to keep it a clean area for it. They have tried to keep it relatively clean and tidy. And then 2 bulk tanks out at the front then. Wash up trucks as well. So everything was done right here, even though it was a temporary setup for them. As we walk on out then to the front, again, we're going to come out into this beautiful view. But that was how this was left. And then as we come out, again, this view out into the front. And again, we'll just walk straight in. So as we come out for 4 o'clock in the morning to go and start to milk some cows, farmer will be walking out, turning straight in, and then till this new parlour. So people are just washing down now, getting ready. It's close, nearly go time. You can see a bit of meal on here. We did have a bit of a problem with the augers overfilling because we've left this for a double 20. This is left open, so we had to basically increase the hole at the last feeder so it doesn't overfeed into the auger. There is a bag to go there because the last thing we want is something to happen and to fill it full, and then you have a 20-ton meal bin sitting on the floor. But we'll be doing that. We'll just have to keep an eye on it before we actually get that bit done. You can see here, everything's rubbered. Human standing is important. You know, you're walking up and down a parlour most of your life if you're in the dairy industry, so why not put something nice to stand on? And then also cow comfort's great. 90-degree parlour, better udder prep than water, and better for the operator for attaching as well. But cows are turning all the time, so having the rubber down 90 degrees whenever they're turning will be a bit easier on the feet. Again, stainless steel troughs, and we'll see the reels going in action. So yeah, we're getting there. They're just washing down the collecting yard as it is. Laser sensors that there's for the reels not to come round top of a cow. So this is a laser sensor. It looks right down through the whole of the parlour. If there is a cow in danger, it won't let the reel come down on top of her. And then we're into the exit race, but what we will do here is I'll go upstairs. So the stairs aren't put in yet, but I just want to let you see what we've done up here. So we have our Airstar DSL vacuum pump, and this will be shaded, but again, it needs must at the minute for getting things done. So over in the far corner, we have our water heater. Then we have the water heater for the bulk tank, our 2 condensing units for bulk tank, our large air compressor, and then air dryer, and then our variable speed drive, and our Airstar DSL. So this is what we have all sitting up through here. Again, you get a great view of the parlour. One of the other things that was added on a little bit later, customer decided that he would go for a NEDAP collar system. So we have our long range antenna on the other side, and then that allows us to monitor the cows in real time. As we look down the parlour from here, we've got a great shot of everything. Looking down the collecting yard, obviously the Bomatic logo. Everyone's sitting up ready to go on the rapid exit. So, cows will exit both sides until the old parlour is moved away. Cows will exit down here, and then they will turn directly or left. Yeah, not ideal, but here we'll have to do what is needed at the time. So once that building's gone, it'll run a lot smoother. But one of the things, we'll walk down the exit race so you can see cows can get away really easy through it. And it just makes life easier for the operators. So what will happen here is that whenever the cows go to exit, reels will come up, cows will walk out. Got a load of room here, which is great for getting cows out, and a little bit of loafing area. The cows will exit down each side, and each side is treated as individuals, as in the parlour and exit race as well. So as the cows walk down here, we'll just go the whole way down. We've left it, these stanchions are going to be used for holding the backing gate, keeping it up high. But you can see here, walking on the slots just to keep it easy to clean as we walk down. Wall is high enough that the cows won't get distracted by the other side. If it does, we'll put a little bit of stock board up here just to block it off, but I don't think there'll be much problems. When we come to the corner, one of the things that I like, we talked about designing, obviously, we have to exit the cows through here. So this is where our sort gates are going to go. There's going to be one dual sort that's controlled from the parlour, and then there'll be one dedicated heat detection gate, which is dual sort as gain, but one side will be for heat detection, the other side will be for rumination and sick cows. So one of the things is, obviously, I've just walked down here, alleyway right down, and you know, if you were in here with a cow or you were walking down here and a cow did trap you, and what we've done is, because we have to turn the cows left, we'll put a little safety area and you can get in behind, keep yourself safe. The cow won't come in here if she's bawling or she's being a bit crazy. So again, cows will cross behind here and then walk straight out through this area. This is where the cows will come in. We have enough for all the cows in the all the cows. There is enough room for every herd or cow in the herd at the minute. But just to give you some idea, it's not. You really get the view here as well from the plastic sheeting, like how, or the light heat guard for letting light in. It's a great job. It's so light and airy in here. Cows are walking up. We're just hosing down everything at the minute. Cows will be walking up here today and into their new parlour. It's got a slight incline, I think about 2% with it. So cows come up here. We'll walk in. Obviously, with the lead-in rails, what we've done is that we've blanked them off so cows can't see either side. They have to walk in. One of the nice little details we've done with our last parlour was, because we have to obviously have a little bit of a step up for the rapid exit to allow the step down at this side, we put this in a little slight ramp, and the reason for that is, and we make this channel, so it means it's really easy to clean. As you're hosing stuff out from the parlour, it means it can go down this and straight onto the collecting yard. I've even seen people put a slurry channel across here, and there is actually one across at this point, but just until that other building's out of the way, you won't see it. So that's just one. But if I'm the cow, I'm walking into here, I get ID'd through the Bomatic Smart ID, and whenever I get ID'd, the Smart Dairy software will drop 20% of her cake. And so as she's walking up here, they're starting to get drops of cake. How that works is because you've got these gates, the cow can't actually get in, so it encourages her to get up to the front. And I will try my best to get a good shot of this, but as I come up, I turn the gate in and I'm going into my trough. This gate then stays open, and then the next cow comes up and turns that gate, and so on, so on, so forth. One of the things I like about this system, having static gates on the ground, is, and I know some people don't like them, why I like them is it creates a barrier, creates a fence. So as this rapid exit rotates over, means the cows walk out. They've no emphasis or no reason to come back in through the gates because they can't do anything. They'll walk out and keep going. Rather, when I've seen in some of these really long parlours where everything lifts up, it's basically a big open area and cows can go everywhere. So having the static posts in has advantages. It does have disadvantages as well, but I feel that the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. So this customer spec'd everything in stainless steel. As you can see, stainless steel curb edge, and we've got the underneath here all done in stainless steel. That is from the dung shield then, basically it goes in straight into the drain underneath, our slurry channel. This is for bringing cables down into the bottom milk meters, and then we have obviously here, so lots of stainless steel. We have stainless steel cabinets, power hose proof detachers, and then we have, as we move down, stainless steel jetters. And then the whole back is done in stainless steel also, the whole way down the parlour, right to the receivers done in stainless steel. So this can all be foamed and cleaned after, for a red tractor, or just to keep it clean. Said because this is a breezeway parlour, we also have then 2 3-inch loop lines at either side and 2 receivers. So essentially this parlour is 2 parlours side by side, as it is. So you can see everything here. We've got the peach sprayer and everything down here. It's set up for wash at the moment, and then also one of the things is this being left for a double 20. So we've left it at the entry or at the exit side, so we don't have to touch anything back here. If we ever want to extend, we can actually just drop the unit in. We've left the posts in for it. All it has to move is the gearboxes across to here, and then put the reel in. And we've even left the auger that way as well. So as you can see, plenty of light. So that's really it in the parlour as far as what it is. We'll get some cows in and get the milk, but just to finish off, if you turn around, customer finishes, washes up, and this is what his view is going to be like walking out, hopefully every morning if it's as sunny as what it is today. But no pit steps, doesn't have to get up and down, he just walks out. To that view. So we're here at the second milking of this double 16 rapid exit in southwest Scotland. I didn't put up any videos last night because, to be honest, it was quite a trying afternoon. I've never worked with the Mount Ballier breed before, but what I can say is they're very stubborn. The other thing is their other parlour, you'll see in the other videos, is very low roof, very dark, and it's a 35, 40 degree herringbone, where this is a 90 degree with sequential gates, and as you can see, it's lovely and open. Here I was bragging about how open and much light, but I genuinely do think the cows got a bit spooked by it. But it's going a lot better today. The cows are coming in, you can see. We are still walking them in one by one, essentially into the back. The guys are doing a great job, and one of the things I will say about the Mount Ballier is that they're very, very, very greedy. There's a bit of airstrip crossing them, so it allows us to, what we're doing is just dropping a little bit of feed in. We can do it through the feeders, but to be honest with you, like all cows, they know what a bucket of nuts sounds like, so it's just easier just to drop them in. You can hear the feeders going with lead feeding anyway, but it gives you just some ideas with it.